Hello YouTube and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. Last time out, which was last week, we had an episode where we started off the series. We started off the exploration, or the Kerbal Space Program itself, with the KSEA, the Kerbal Space Exploration Agency. We did 4 contracts, built our very first little rocket called Kerbal 1, sent Jeb to, well, I say to space, really into the sky a few hundred meters a few times. Then we went ahead and we were looking at some of the missions, seeing what's available, what contracts are available. And one that caught my eye at the end was the one that was going through with NASA. In fact, I can bring that up now on screen. This one, the ground test, which is going to be a launch for a whole bunch of other missions. So I thought I'd start that. You can see there's something out there, the Kerbal Testbed. The Testbed has changed. I'll be showing you that in a moment. But the first thing we're going to be doing is taking this out and trying to complete these 2 missions in one go. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and then, well, we'll see where this episode takes us. Just like a real space program, we have no idea where we're going. Okay, here we are with the Testbed Mark II. I say the Testbed Mark II, it's still the Testbed. As you can see, I have thrown a lot of science onto this, as much as I could, as well as a battery bank, so that we have something that we can actually use, because there's no power on this really. I don't know how much electrical power is on this vessel at this present moment in time. So we're going to grab a whole bunch of stuff and all this science. We're also going to see if we can do anything on this. So we've got this set up, we've got the 3 parachutes, things should be okay. All we need to do is go through the stages. We just need to collect some science from Kerbin. I've just realized that the one science thing that isn't on here, turn the lights on. Ooh, that should be upside down. Right, this can only be used underwater. Well, no ocean sample, that's just useless, isn't it? Solar battery, here we go. Toggle aperture, sure, let's activate the camera. Where are we looking? I'm not sure what we're looking at, but we're going to do that. Unfortunately, we got nothing from it, which is fine. Well, that doesn't really matter. We're going to grab as much science as we can, though, because we've got a display there. Let's log this temperature. Let's go ahead and do another one on the Geiger counter, just in case there's anything different. Nope, just half science. We'll toggle the display here. We've got some pressure readings. We do not need that. Apparently that cannot do anything. And what about this? Well, that's gone wrong, hasn't it? And perform the scan. This is exactly how Kerbal Space Program works. That's a picture if I ever saw one. There you go. That's Kerbal Space Program in a nutshell, right there. Okay, so the small problem we have is that we have 20 solid fuel on this, and once this engine is activated, we cannot stop it. We're going to go up to 155 meters per second on the ground. I have a feeling we should probably not do that. And is there a way to recover this? Retract? Well, that tells me that that needs to be higher up. Let's extend that. Observe mystery goo in there. Ah, there's some mystery goo in there. Lovely. Oh, is this worth giving a go? We could try and sort of lift it off the ground. Alright, let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Currently awaiting negative vertical velocity. Well, it looks like we cannot launch like that, so we're just going to recover. But I think we've just gone through everything, and that should have just... Well, we had a failure of a test, but that's fine. That's fine. That happens. I think I know the name of this episode. Tipped over. Right. Obviously the long loading times for us to go through things because there's so many mods. But as I said, if you guys are just joining the series, you've got there are loads and loads of mods. If you look at the start of episode 1, I've got them all listed. Okay, apparently this one didn't work. I'm not sure how the fairing works then. I genuinely am unsure as to how that fairing is going to work. But we have got some more science, so we are going to grab. Of course, we cannot grab that. We require 20 science for that. Let's go to mission control. We'll go ahead and... Yep, we've done ground tests, so let's see what's now available to us. What's the next one? Engine calibration. Okay. Launch a new vessel that's uncrewed. Get it off the ground. Destination Kerbin. As long as it's above 200 meters, gather some science. I mean, that's possible. I feel like I can take that. Whilst we're trying to work out what on earth's going on with the other one. We can hide that contract now. That's good. Alright, we'll take that and see where we can go from there. We've still got some parts testing. That's the one we're doing right now. It's the one that doesn't seem to be working. We'll work on it. We shall work on that in this episode. Let's go back to the VAB and adjust our test bed to take on our new task. First of all, move that boom magnetron thing. Or just do not deploy it on the ground. That's the other option. That's probably a better option. There we go. Now, this fairing just does not seem to do what it's supposed to. I do not know how to get this fairing working. Fairing auto shape. Yeah, sure. I don't really care about that. I want to know, maybe the fairing needs to be a lot bigger. Okay, let's try this. Let's bring that back down. No? How do I make the fairing? Do I just press enter maybe? I genuinely do not know how to make this fairing work. Maybe there's some more information if I go over the fairing on here. Attach fairings that they will be shaped for your payload. Remember to enable the decoupler. Yeah, okay, that would help. That would definitely help. Not that one. Not that one either. I need a larger decoupler. No, that still doesn't do anything. Why is this not working? We're going to lose things if this does not work. Right, you can be retracted. Where's that magnetron thing? Magnetron? Magnetometer. Sure. Why did that? Ah, it tipped down and then across. I see what happened. Well, that's silly. We can... What can we do? Suppose we do not need that one. Although there's mystery goo in there. In fact, no, because there's mystery goo in there, I suppose we can just throw that one on anyway. Let's just try launching this. Why not? We're looking at 155 meters per second. That should give us 200 meters above ground. We'll save that and let's see if this works. Genuinely not sure on the fairing. If anybody does know, please do let me know in the comments. I will read them and then try and figure it out from there. Come on, load up. There we go. Okay, so again, the fairing doesn't do anything. It's just unsure as to what's going on. We'll try and launch this, see what happens. Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait a minute. Yep, okay, 1. And we are away. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and observe the goo. We'll deploy. There we go, we'll log the radiation. We'll go ahead and log the temperature. We'll take a picture. We'll extend this and see what happens. Deploy. Perform scan. Okay, apparently it cannot do that. We'll check. That's the parachute. Let's not kill that one. There's a few others, right? Here we go. Log that temperature. We've got that. We've got that. I think that's everything. And now we just have a gentle descent. Lovely. Okay. So, nice gentle descent back down. Hopefully things should be okay, and that should have... It's still not got the... Activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. I genuinely do not know what's going on there. For the fairing base, I do not know how it works. But we have managed to do this. So I'll just time warp a little bit. Always do like time warping. As we get closer to the ground. A few meters to go. Please don't explode. You're only hitting the ground at 3 meters per second. Sure, okay, and down we go. Tell you what, whilst we're here, why don't we deploy this? Perform the scan. There you go. A little bit more in the way of science. Why not? You can perform a scan as well. Log charged particles. I have no idea. And there we go. Let's recover this vessel. See what we get. I still am not sure how we build that fairing. Maybe you have to click on the blue section. Maybe that's how you do it. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe we'll give that a go. Another 16 science earned. Superb. Engine calibration complete. Let's go ahead and... I really want to check this fairing out. I want to make sure I know how this works before I continue grabbing something else. We might have to go back to Kerbal 1 and make an adjustment on it. Maybe try and splash it down into the sea or something. Do I right click on the fairing? No. Nope. I have no idea. I'm now searching this up. How do you do fairings? Very, very confused on this at the moment. So, let's see. People say to use the fairings. I remember using fairings before. It could not have been this hard. So there's the fairing disc. Right click on the disc. This one does not say build fairing. That's the only thing. Maybe that's the problem. I think that might be the problem, that over here we do not have the build fairing option. Which is I think what's causing the problem, because I'm sure there's supposed to be something that says build fairing. But I cannot see it. Maybe we'll have to... I'm going to try a different fairing. To be honest, let's remove that fairing just to test. Oh, that's got a build fairing button. Interesting. What about you? You actually have one as well. Wait, what? So why don't you... So if you have one and you have one, why do you not have one? Because you've done something. Look. Build fairing, sides, 5. There's a fairing. I mean, it literally... There we go. We actually have a proper fairing there. So it's something wrong with this particular one, where it does not want to build. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to just have to do this. And I'll say, look, we could do that, and then there. Look, there's a decent fairing within this. Could I right-click that and change the? I can as well. Do quite like the black and white. I wish we had more variations. I really wish we had more variations. That would be awesome. But that's just improved everything suddenly. So there is something to be said about this. That there is some sort of issue. So unfortunately we cannot test that one, which means we're going to have to reject that one, because that's going to cause problems. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to kill this off all fuel, save this. I'm going to launch this and just see if this somehow... Experimental parts which are not available. You mean the battery pack? That was only available for the mission. That single mission. Rubbish. That's okay though. So I was doing it right initially. It's just, yeah, confused me massively. Let's see. I mean, that's we've got that. Try it. Yes, I know. Now let's recover the vessel. Does it work? The fairing did pop off properly, so we have got a test there. A valid test, I think. Unless you're supposed to put the... PF, does that not stand for procedural fairings? So how do you use the procedural fairings mod? I think that's what it stands for. I think. Right. I wonder if that's completed it. Ground test. No. No, it did not. It's still there. It is still there, right. I genuinely do not know how to use procedural fairings at the moment. I'm sure I used to use these. But apparently it does not like it. At all. I'm just checking. As far as I know, you just pop it on and that's it. No? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to... get rid of that. We're going to lose some money and we're going to lose some reputation, which is no good. But I've got to do that because... does that actually show? Yeah, cancelled. Because we've got to take some better ones. That's something that we can actually do. What do we have here now? Pre-flight checks. A manned vessel. Here we go. I can do that. I can certainly do that. Hey look, Kerbin 1. I can certainly do that one. And what I can do is I can probably... If I can get a Geiger counter over Kerbin Shores, I think I can do this as well. I think I can push this over. I think I can do that. Here we go. Okay, back to Kerbal 1. Or Kerbin 1, the way they call it. I call it Kerbal 1. Okay, let's open up Kerbal 1. Not the Kerbal Testbed. Load. Right. So now we have a manned mission. Now all we have to do is load this thing up with some additional tech. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to stick one on this side. Then on this side we're actually going to stick this one on. I know it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it will do. Barometer can be sat up there. We do not need that. We do not need that. That thing just causes havoc. This, yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave that there. Now, we probably need a stronger parachute. So the way we're going to adjust Kerbal 1 is we're going to add another parachute, which is going to be this one, and we'll add that. That's going to bring it nose down there. So we'll add, tell you what, we'll add one there, and we'll add one there, and then we'll make them smaller because we just don't need them that big. There we go. Okay, so that should give us a really, really nice, simple landing. In theory. Thermometer can probably go on the top side as well. No, let's leave the thermometer on the underside. You never know what's going to happen. And we're going to, let's see, do we want double of anything? I do not think so, because I think a lot of this is going to be, we're going to do a lot of this once we're in the water, because that's where we're heading on this one. We're going to launch it and we're going to the water, although we're going to collect science from the launch pad first. But I think if we save that and we go for a launch, Jeb is going to be famous, or he's going to be dead, one or the other. Has that checked the contract already? If I was to collect a crew report, for example, from here, that does, it checks that, that's done. So what I could do theoretically is grab another contract. What's that? No idea. Grab another contract. Can I... What's this? No. Reviewing. Maybe do I refresh these? How do I refresh? Offer active. Yeah, we've completed that, so we just need to refresh that. Oops. But I have no... Ah, there we go. Refresh. Not a clue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to the Space Center. Hopefully it doesn't crash. And then we're going to go to the administration and see if we can grab another one. Maybe it's the one that I've seen with launching that particular booster. But I am heading for the water, so maybe there's something else I can do with it. Maybe if I can do the fairing model or something. In addition, I think the fairing mod will go on an unmanned. Go on, mission control. What do we have? Launch a rocket. That's the one I want. Situation: flying low. Destination: Kerbin. Take it. That's it. That's what we're going for. Nope. Just continue to fly. Jeb's ready to go. We've just grabbed the additional one. So essentially we've done the pre-flight checks. We are ready to lift off. I say ready to lift off. It's probably going to go wrong. We do have enough fuel, right? I hope we have enough fuel. Let's fly over Kerbin shores, use the Geiger counter, then land safely in the water, and then recover from said water. Do a bunch of experiments in the water as well. How much fuel do we have? 356 meters per second. Yeah, we are going to be okay. Right, I am ready to go. Let's see what we have. Launching in 5, 4. Where's the sun? Over there. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. We are going to head in that direction. Flying over Kerbin shores, that's the one I want. Crew reports, let's overwrite this one. Nothing. We're now over water. Log pressure data, nothing. Reset the experiment. Just double checking everything we can. Log the temperature, nothing. Reset that. We've done that. Which means we've done that. We need to obviously recover it. Right, now we're over Kerbin's water. Let's see what this says. Nothing. Let's go ahead and use this to slow ourselves down. A drogue chute would be great at this point. Let's slow ourselves down massively, but could I potentially pause this? Is there a way to pause the game? Nope. That was a fly-by-wire, what? Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to access the camera tool, and I want to try and get a decent camera shot. Well, if I knew where it was, that would be helpful. There's the shadow. There it is. It's below me. Come on. There's a screenshot, potentially. Okay, I need to get used to using this camera, or this camera tool. That looks great as it's coming in though. Doesn't look like anything's wrong at all. Let's see what the crew report says. Flying over Kerbin's water. We're actually going to bring ourselves into the water. You might want to switch on your lights. Look at the water as well, that's stunning. And we are in the water. Now. Can only be used underwater. Well, we're going to be underwater in a moment. There it goes. Analysing. It's underwater. It's not in. It's not far enough underwater. Let's do its analysis there. Words. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. We'll grab that. We'll grab this because we're not often going to splash down. We'll grab... Oh, we're not going to touch that because that will probably break something. We'll log the temperature in the water. We'll... Yes, I think we're going to take a... Let's take a scan here. Can we not... Oh, is there nothing that we can review? Okay, well, let's just take a photograph. That's brilliant. 2.8 science. I really like that that one there. Okay, anything else we can take? Yes, this. Some pressure. And you. Apparently we just cannot. Come on. No, just underwater for some reason. What if I tip this underwater? There you go. Do that. There. Done. That works. Just push it over. And then let's recover the vessel. And let's see exactly how much science we got. And whether we managed to recover everything we needed to recover and manage to complete the contracts. Because that's really important. I can hear the birds. There we go. We earned another 23.4 science. We now have 64 science. We recovered 6,092. So how much is the vessel? We've got some more medals. We've got a research 2. And we've got splashdown. Lovely. I really want to be able to figure out where we can see all of these. That's the contracts one. Messages. Loads of messages. Milestones as well. Let's go ahead and go to the vehicle assembly building. I just want to see what the cost of this was. So we recovered 6,000. How much did it cost to make? Because that's going to be really important. The more we can recover, the better the recovery cost, the better it's going to be for us. It cost 7,959, so we lost almost 2,000. Okay, so we lost almost 2,000 on that. We'll see what we get from there. How long left in this episode? About 10 minutes? About 10 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 10 minutes. We could potentially go to mission control and see what is available now. Wait, what? I recovered that. Gather science. Experiments any. Recover. Why did that not work? Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to have to do that one again. I'm so confused. I thought that worked. And then obviously the experiments one. Okay, well let's quickly try that one again then. I want to remove some fuel so we can do this quite quickly. No need to go as high up as we did. 200 meters will do. And then we'll just do some experiment at 200 meters, bring it down and recover the vessel. That's confusing. Maybe it glitched out. Black screen, black screen. There we go. So I will put 126 meters per second. Yeah, that will do. That will do nicely. Produce an average thrust of 80%. This one will do. There we go. And we will launch that. And this time we are launching with Contracts can go away. Go away. We're going to launch with Valentina. Valentina's going to get a go to try and launch this because Jeb's done it plenty of times. And the poor engineers just do not get to go. Which is normal. Alright, Valentina, let's see what you can do. So, all we need to do is launch. That's all we need to do. Valentina doesn't know how to launch one of these. Well, I mean, we did launch, but Valentina doesn't know how to launch one of these. That was my own mistake. I'm actually going to revert that to launch. That was my mistake for not clicking a button. Interesting that that happens, though. Oops. Oh, Valentina made a mistake at the start. Yes, Valentina. Let's try again. 3, 2, 1. There's our launch. Are we done? We're done. I'll just grab a crew report from her. Nothing now on the crew report. And just log everything we can. There's no more science to be had in this area, it seems. No more science at all to be had in this area. Fine. Not a problem. Now, that contract is complete. Good, that's what I wanted. I'm going to grab some additional science though, because I know a way of grabbing science. Here we go. Can you just do an EVA report? Kind of do not need your helmet. Did you do an EVA report? Yep, go on. Spacesuit was not necessary, no. Oh, you can activate a camera. Lovely. Parachutes and everything. What I'll do is I will say let go. What's all the colours for? Can we take a soil sample or something? Any way of doing that? Apparently not. I thought there was a way of taking a sample of, well, anything. Wait and patrol. Wow. Run, walk. Okay, end patrol. Review report. Semi-deploy parachute. Okay, well, let's just get ourselves back on board. And we're board. We'll just recover the vessel. And hopefully that should be this one completed. 2.5 science, that's fine, but more importantly, well, there's our first one, EVA. The first Kerbal to take footsteps on Kerbin. Wait, what? Mission control. Please tell me that's done. It's done. There we go. Now we need to go to the upper atmosphere, above 18,000 meters. So that's where we're going to be heading next. That's the kind of stuff that we have to look for, but not just yet. We have a lot of things that we need to do. Let's grab some science before ending this episode. 67, or let's use some science on R&D. We're going to grab rocketry, as I said. We then need to grab, now this is where things get interesting. We have enough for any one of these. And I think we should probably go for flying. Hey, no, procedural fairing. Hang on a second. Maybe that's what it needs to be. Maybe you have to... Oh, well, that's... Yep, okay. But here we go. I'm going to take that because we are going to use this to go flying around, and also we're going to use this to wander around the facility because it's going to give us some landing gears and all that kind of stuff. This should be fairly interesting. Is there anything else that we could potentially... Yes, I think... No. I mean, this one's probably an important one, enhanced survivability, but I think at this point we are where we need to be. So I'm going to grab that. There we go. And the next episode, we are going to be in the spaceplane hangar, and we're going to see exactly what we can make in there. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Kerbal Space Program. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can follow me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram, and ecgadget on Reddit. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Kerbal Space Program.